Hello my sabis, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing a video that is highly I think highly requested by a lot of people. Hey, so my cousin is going to be asking me questions that she thinks a lot of people would like to know about people with disabilities. So it's like frequently asked questions. So I know there's a lot of people who want to ask me some questions, but because I'm disabled and they get afraid to ask me because they think the questions are going to offend me or they're not going to sit well with me or something like that. But this video should be able to clarify most of the questions because I've allowed her to ask me at least about 10 questions. I don't know what's going to happen because these questions, I don't know them. But I've allowed her to come up with some 10 questions that she thinks the society or even people who are the closest to me would like to know, but are just not brave enough to ask me. By the way, like I've mentioned before in my first video, I am disabled and I'm paraplegic. I've been disabled since 1998, and yeah, and I've been in this game for quite some time. I understand it. I call it a game. I know people might say it's your life, but yeah, it's like I'm more of an expert because I've been in the game and I understand this life of a paraplegic person because I've been living it. I've experienced, almost everything that has to do with a paraplegic person. And I can fairly talk about it and be able to advise a lot of people. So without wasting time, we're gonna get into the video. You must pray for me, guys. You must not ask me weird questions, but let's get into it. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna start with the first questions. By the way, my cousin is Kamu. She's gonna be in the background. She says she looks too crusty to be on the video, but anyway, we're not gonna argue that. We're just gonna let her be.
Yes, please.
Okay, I'm having my caramel iced coffee. So shoot.
Should we start? Okay. So it consists of 9 questions that people are dying. Also me, kinda something like that. So the first question is, what health issues do you face as a disabled person?
Okay. What health issues do I face as a disabled person? I'm going to talk for me as a paraplegic person. So I struggle from urinary issues. I struggle from indigestion. And I struggle from it's indigestion and urinary. Yeah, 2 major issues for me. It's urinary tract issues and it's indigestion. Yeah, because by virtue of me having limited mobility, so everything takes time to process, so yeah, if I go to the doctor, most of the time, if you open my file, it's mostly indigestion and urinary issues. Yeah, those are the 2 things.
Okay, so the second question is also the one that I've always wanted to ask, but also a few people also wanted to ask me, but do you get tired sitting on a wheelchair?
Do I get tired?
Yes. It's quite awkward.
If you've been sitting on it since 1998, I don't know what is the definition of tiredness. Oh, guys, okay. Yeah, you do get tired, hey? Let me think. Yeah, you get tired. The first thing that will get tired is your back, and then your feet. Obviously, your feet will swell as the day goes by, and because you are sitting, and your back starts to ache because there's not really much comfortable wheelchairs out there. In fact, there is no such a thing as a comfortable wheelchair. While comfort, you make it in your head. Comfort is the best cushion that you have. And yeah, that's about it. But yeah, the first thing that gets tired, you do get tired of sitting on a wheelchair, but not extremely, because obviously you've been sitting on it for quite some time. Depending, like me, I've been on it since 1998. So I don't understand what the definition of tiredness means, child. Because, whoa. Am I tired? I don't know.
I want to talk about getting on the bed and your car, because you make it so easy. Let me be quite honest. Getting on your bed and getting to your car, you make it seem extremely easy. Like, yeah.
I make it look easy.
Yes, you make it look easy.
It is actually easy.
Is it?
Yes, it is. But obviously, okay, fine. The most important thing for any person with disability, obviously, the most important is the foundation. Where do you get your physio? How long you got your physio for? Right? So physio is very important. My physio was very thorough. After my accident, I went to Natal Spirit Hospital where I did my physiotherapy, and I think it took 3 months. I was taught almost everything, like really everything, and it was so thorough. So they taught me how to transfer from the chair to the couch, to the chair, to the floor, and all these things. So the most important thing is the foundation now stage, of where you need to get physio, But also transferring for a disabled person, it's not about, I don't know how to put it, but it's a technique. More than anything, it's a technique. So once you know the technique, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you are, like in which car or wherever. It's the technique that you need to understand, how to transfer from one place to another. It's all about a technique. It's got nothing to do with anything. It's up here, and it's a technique. So there's a certain technique that I use to transfer in the car. There's a certain technique I use to transfer from my chair to the bed. Things like that. There is a technique to everything, and you need to understand the technique for you not to fall. And once you miss that step, and you don't use that technique, it's easy for you to slip and fall.
Because I've never seen you fall. Not even once.
You won't see me fall.
Perfect.
You won't see me fall. I will slip in the bath, yeah, but you won't literally see me fall, child.
Okay.
You know that saying from WWE, don't try this at home. I don't try this at home. But I've slipped in the bath, so. And I've also fallen when I was younger. Please, I've fallen with my head, and my legs came back to my face, and then the chair also came back to my face. Child, I've fallen before. But do not try this at home. Okay, so yeah.
So it's all about technique.
It's a technique.
Okay. The next question is.
What question is it?
Can you fall pregnant?
4.
It's question 4. Yes. Can you fall pregnant?
Can I fall pregnant? Yes, a disabled person can fall pregnant. Anyone can fall pregnant. Yeah. I think the only... I have fallen pregnant before. And obviously I got a miscarriage. But one thing I can say is your bladder, I will feel it. Because everything sits on it. So if you go to the bathroom 4 times a day or 5, when you're pregnant, I think you're going to be making more trips to the bathroom. But in terms of carrying the baby, yeah, you can carry a baby for full time. Definitely. Beautiful babies. But, yeah, obviously because you're sitting, less mobility, less movement. So you would need a bit of help there and there, but your bladders will feel it more than anything, because obviously by just sitting as well, without just being pregnant, you are prone to have, problems with your bladder and all that. So pregnancy just puts more weight on it. So there'll be frequent visits to the bathroom, I tell you. But you can fall pregnant.
Coming to the next question, can you feel when you need to pee and when you need to do number 2? Why are you looking at me like that? Why are you looking at me like that? Yes.
Can you feel?
Like,
can you feel when you need to pee?
When you need to pee and when you need to do number 2.
Okay, I'm gonna talk for myself, child. I know about the rest. That I can feel when I need to pee. I can feel when I need to go for number 2. And but at first, I think for the first, was it 6 months? I think for the first 6 months, I could not feel when I needed to pee, and I could not feel when I needed to do number 2. It was a bit of a struggle. I think with every paraplegic, you are taught to train your mind and your body to respond to things. Do you understand? You need to train yourself. Like for magic. What magic?
Magic.
Are you crazy? No, like you need to train your body. Guys, this person that's asking me questions, she's talking about magic, guys.
No, because not a lot of people have that ability to
no
feel. Maybe they do feel, but it's not like you.
Yeah, we are different as people with disabilities, and others are going through different struggles, guys, let me tell you. But we're always gonna narrow it to my life, which is the paraplegic life. Okay. So yes, you train your body. How you train your body is you would go to the bathroom at a particular time every day, right? Until you start feeling like you wanna go in the bathroom at that particular time. I don't know if you understand me. Do you? Like you train yourself.
It's like
you know when you train a child.
Like 10 a.m.
You know when you train a baby, how to do potty. Yes, you train yourself. You train yourself. So what I did for me, I'm not sure about other people. So for instance, I trained myself when I became disabled. I trained myself. I'm gonna go to the bathroom in the morning, and I'm gonna go in the evening. Whether I feel or I don't feel like going for number 2, I will go. Right? Until my body started responding to that. Sorry, obviously, after eating, eating off a whole lot of things during the day. So I would say, okay, in the morning I will go at 7. Sorry, and then in the evening I will go at 8. And then it will be a routine for quite some time, obviously, because I need to teach my body to be able to tell me when I need to go, and how do I identify the feeling if I need to go, right? So they got to a point where I would skip days and not go, but then I would feel like I need to go. And then when I go, something actually happens.
Oh, yeah.
Then that's how I identified the feeling of number 2. You understand? If I need to go for number 2. And the same as urine. So I would urinate I used to urinate at a particular time. Until if I miss that time, then I feel like there's urine and I urine, it actually comes out. Then I knew how to sort of like, pick up if I need to pee or not and all those things. So you sort of like train your body. You train your brain, you train your body to be able to tell you when those things need to happen. Until I got to a point where I just know that when I'm feeling like this or when I just need to go to number 2. And then when I'm feeling like this, okay, I need to pee. Now I actually feel like actual pee wants to come out, and it actually does. So it's just the constant training of your body, but obviously you need to have some sort of feeling, sensation again. So some people don't have that, and it's always good to then stick to the time. If you don't have that feeling, it's always good to stick to the time that you're gonna pee at this time and pee at this time, and so your body gets used to that. Yes. So if you are feeling like me and sensation, you can feel when you need to go to the bathroom, then it's much easier. But for others, it's a bit difficult. So I would think you need to get into some kind of routine or some kind of timetable, sort of like, so that you train your body.
Or alarms.
What? Yeah. Maybe alarms. This child is saying alarms. Guys, so I don't know. Please comment there if you're like using alarms. But me, I'm not using alarm. Yeah, she's an alarm person. I'm not an alarm person, guys. But I think in the beginning, yes, I would resort to such. But 1998 to 2022, guys, how many years is that? Yeah, it's too long.
It is.
I really understand myself. I understand my body, how it functions, and I understand when certain things are going to happen. And yeah.
Do you feel like people do not understand?
What number of question is that?
It's number 9.
Number 9?
Yes.
So I'm only left with 1.
Yes.
Oh.
Second last.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like people do not understand or accommodate your disability? Do you often feel like that?
Yeah. I often feel like that. But not all the time.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
Scale of 1 to 10, I think. Well, 4 or 5. The reason I'm saying that, there are people who really don't understand disability. Let me be quite honest with you. They make as if they understand it, but they really don't. They really don't understand it. There's a lot of things that we go through as people with disabilities, but I'm going to talk about myself. There's a lot of things that I go through as a disabled person that I do not feel like talking to people about them all the time. Because first of all, I'm human. And second of all, I want to keep my dignity. But when we get to the crux of it, there are a lot of things that disabled people go through that we feel we cannot discuss with people all the time. If I have told you that I am disabled, if I have told you these are the things that I go through, understand me and really, really understand me, because those things are serious issues that I go through in my life. And yes, I've gotten, a way of how to manage them, but sometimes it becomes really, really difficult. And because I'm a jolly person, sometimes people don't understand how I'm feeling at a particular time. because I'm a very jolly person. I make things look easy. I make things look as if they don't matter sometimes, even though deep down inside they do matter. For argument's sake, if you're in the office, I'm going to make an example. If someone has got a runny tummy, right? It's easy for them to run to the bathroom. Do you understand? But if Pam has a runny tummy, it's not easy for me to run to the bathroom. And then you ask yourself a question. Do I have to be around people if I'm feeling like that? And then you ask yourself, how do I feel? How is my dignity as a person? Remember, you're a human. So you also try to protect your dignity as a person. You also try to keep the professionalism in you. You want to keep the respect for other people. So as much as I want to be part of the society and contribute to the economy, people need to understand that people with disabilities are not the same as able-bodied people, and we need to be catered for differently, right? So yes, sometimes I feel like people don't understand me, and I this is very personal, because it's as if I want to it's as if you need to defend being disabled, or explain yourself why you are disabled, or I don't understand. I honestly don't understand. And it's not only some things that happen in the community, or it happens everywhere, even at work, even in public spaces, even in it's just everywhere. I feel like people do not make the time to understand people with disabilities. They don't take time to understand their needs, their resources they require. Yes, I'm not going to act weak. I'm not going to act weak and say I'm weak. I'm not weak. I'm a very strong person. And there's a reason why I am strong. I've been through a lot. I felt pain in my life. And I've been through pain. When you get shot, I don't think it's an easy thing. You get shot and there's a lot of pain that you go through. I mean, I've got the biggest operation, on my stomach. And not a lot of people know that. And when you ask yourself, why do you have that biggest operation in your stomach? It's because I've lost one kidney. Does anybody even understand that? It's like, that's why I'm saying I make things look easy. I make things look simple for people, to a point where they stop feeling like
you're disabled.
Yes, they forget that I'm disabled. And it's sad, because there's a lot of people that I know who are disabled, whom are not catered for where they work, whom are not catered for where they live, whom are not catered for in their villages. But I'm fortunate enough to still have an employer that caters for all my needs, to be quite honest. I think because they've been with me for quite some time, they understand my needs and they understand the kind of person I am. And that I wouldn't make a joke, or I wouldn't make, I wouldn't make up things about my disability, or I wouldn't make up things that I go through, or the things that I struggle with. I wouldn't make it up, because they understand me and they've been with me for quite some time. I've never really gotten that feeling that they don't understand me at work. I think they all understand, because they've been with me for quite some time. And I think I'm very fortunate to have an employer like that who understands me and who understands my needs, and yes, of course, I want to be taken serious in the workplace, because I feel like I'm a professional person. I went to varsity and I studied. Therefore, I don't want to be treated special by my employer. But however, I want them to recognize that, you know, Pam is disabled, but however, I don't want special treatment. I just want to be treated like everybody. But there is that 40% where you are different from other people, obviously, and you need to be catered for. So I've been fortunate and blessed to have an employer like that, and to have a family who understands me, and I live in an area where I'm really not struggling to maneuver into shops and everything, so I'm fine. But I feel like the society in general sometimes misunderstand us as people with disabilities. But I suppose it's got to do with more awareness, and more conversations about disabled people, and without necessarily thinking that we want to be treated special. If you understand me better, you are able to cater for me better, right? Yeah. Wow, mouth said. Okay.
Last question.
Last question.
Yes. How do you get yourself confident and comfortable in your own skin?
How do I get myself confident?
Yes, like how do you get so confident? Like you so confident, like it's like I don't even know how to explain it. You get it? Like you're on a wheelchair, right? And I'm walking, but you have so much confidence in yourself and you're so comfortable in your own skin.
Am I?
Yes. So that's the question.
Guys,
that I personally wanted to know. Personally.
Am I?
Yes. Like you make it seem so it's like how do I explain this question? It's like you're on a wheelchair, right?
Yeah.
Yet you have
So much confidence
in yourself and you're so comfortable.
Yeah.
Like you make that wheelchair look like I don't know how to explain it.
Like
you
I'm
get
just
it?
sitting with it.
Yes, but you understand what I'm trying to say. It's like someone who's walking could say, Nami, I wish I can just be on a wheelchair so I can be confident like this lady. Do you understand? Your confidence is equally above.
It's
Something
oozing.
like that. Yes.
I don't know, hey. Confidence. Confidence, I think, comes with understanding who you are and what you stand for in life. I always tell you,
Yes.
if you know what you stand for,
You will not stand for it.
you will not fall for any.
Yes. You will not fall for it. Yes.
Yeah, because you know what you stand for. So if you don't know what you stand for, you will fall for anything, right? Confidence, with my confidence comes with understanding who I am and what I stand for, where I come from, and where I'm going. I think that's where my confidence comes from. And accepting my weaknesses and my strengths. It's what it's what I had to do in my life. First of all, when you become disabled, there's a lot of things that plays into your mind, and they try to suppress you as a person. But I think it's conversations that you have with yourself as a person to say, what is it that you want for your life? Yes, life tried to do you wrong, but the question is, are you going to allow it to suppress you and demoralize you as a person? So hence I'm saying it's understanding who you are and where you come from, where you're going, and what you stand for. I knew there was a purpose for me in life. At that particular time, I just didn't know what it was. But I had to rise above. When you fall, you fall, and then you dust yourself, and you say, "Oh, that's it. I'm gonna show up. Whether I know my script or not, I'm not sure, but I'm going to show up." But it's understanding yourself. But obviously, it comes as you mature. As you mature, you also enhance the understanding of knowing yourself. To understand. With the confidence one, I'm self-motivated, so it's easy for me to be confident. I self-talk to myself, I self-motivate, I psychoanalyze myself. Yes, I do that.
In your head.
No one's going to do that for you. Yes, you need to understand that. No one is going to come out from the street and save you. You need to save yourself first. Right?
Yeah.
Yes. So that one, I think it's a personality that I have. I've never been a person who... I don't know how to put it. I've never been a person who likes to wallow into things. I think it comes with the personality. So I think the disability found the personality in me. The self-motivation, it found it in me. So, therefore, the confidence, obviously. I love myself. I love myself way too much. I think before and everything, I just love myself. I think it's self-love that I have for myself. Obviously, I never knew that I would get to this point in my life and that I will be successful, because I am successful. And I've achieved almost, I think, 70% of the things that I've wanted in life. Yes, it's not 100%, but obviously, life is still a bit, long. So somehow I will achieve everything by God's grace. But don't fall for everything. Stand for something. Stand for something in life. And you must self-talk yourself. You must self-motivate yourself. Do not allow people to tell you who you are. Do not allow people to define who you are. You must understand who you are as a person and what is it that you want for your life. So no one can come and tell me who is Pam. Is that possible?
You know who you are.
I already know who I am. That's why I can even motivate other people, because I'm self-motivated myself. And then it makes it easier. You can't love anyone if you don't love yourself, right? How do you motivate people if you're not motivated yourself? Yeah. So that's why I'm very good at motivating people, because I've got my ducks in the row in terms of motivation and in terms of self-confidence. And life is too short. Life is too short. You don't want to wallow into things. You want to love yourself. You want to be happy, And I think that's where my confidence comes from. It found the disability found a motivated and self-confident person. And self-confidence is very great. You're not easily shaken or nor moved, because you've got confidence. So when you don't have it, it's like a see-through. You know what is a see-through? People can see through it, and they sort of know it. by the looks of your walk and how you talk, and you know, so with me it's like, okay, ha, baba, bona, you have met the guru. How I push that chair and how I address you and how I speak, it tells you I understand my story. It tells you I understand where I come from. Yeah, whatever happened 1998 tried to kill me and tried to take me out of my path, but when God says yes, no one can say no. So yeah, that's where I am. I get my confidence.
Okay.
So it's the end of the questions.
Yes, thank you for answering all my questions. Let me just show myself.
Lord, please come and see the crusty person who's been asking me questions, guys. Please, I want you to see this. Why didn't you want to show yourself?
Because I'm crusty and my hair is painful, guys. Yo.
Guys, I'm gonna see this nail. Please see her. She refuses to even
comb. The
comb.
hairline is gone. Yo.
I wonder if it's you who wants to know these questions or is it the people?
It was me. But thank you for answering all the questions, for cooperating.
Better for cooperating.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Please like, comment, subscribe, and even share my videos.